All you need to do to play is drop a marker. Players take turns dropping the pen from shoulder height, and wherever it lands, that's the score they get. So here we've made a mark on 3/4. This section here triples your score, and this section here doubles your score. So this would be 2 lots of 3/4 or 6/4 up the top. And this one would be 3 lots of 3/4, so 9/4, or you could translate that to 2 and 1/4. And the aim of this game is to get to 5. You can choose a different target if you like, but the thing is, students will need to work backwards from an answer they want. So if I'm on, say, 4 3/4, and I accidentally drop one and it lands on a 5th, well, now these aren't complementary. They're not going to get to a whole number. We're very close to a whole number. We've got 4 3/4 plus 1/5. So when we add a 5th to this, it's like adding 20%. So you're on 4.95 or 4 19/20. Now there's no 1/20 here, so we can't get that. So the aim of the game, because we're trying to get to exactly 5, you can either add or subtract where your pen has fallen. So in this case, we might need to go back and drop another one that lands on a 5th and subtract it, and then try to get our 1/4 to get from 4 3/4 all the way up to 5. And so students are thinking about the fractions that they need and the ones they've got previously to get to where they need to go. You can also play this game with algebra. In the algebraic version, players' goal is 90a squared b, and players start on 1 and then multiply or divide by the value they drop their pen on. In this first instance, the players dropped their pen at 3a, and so they multiply that by 1 to get 3a. The second turn, they've landed on double 5, which is 10, and they multiply that by 3a to get 30a. Then they land on a 2. Now they could double this to get 60a, but then 60a can't become 90 with what we've got on the board. So they've decided to divide by 2 instead to leave them on 15a. The next turn, they land on triple AB, which is 3AB. And if they multiply that by 15a, they'll end up on 45a squared b. And now all they need to do is drop their dart on a 2 to get to their goal. If they mess this up, they might undo it by dropping it on the same number and dividing the next turn. So the game involves thinking through the goal where you want to get to and how you're going to get there. So kids will be working with algebraic expressions and manipulating them to suit their means. Parts Darts is one of hundreds of games, puzzles and activities I've written for the MathsMate Year 7 and 8 textbooks. MathsMate are currently celebrating their 30th year anniversary, and so if you want to engage and challenge every one of your learners, these are going for $30 in class sets. $30. You could not even photocopy the pages in here for that much. They're also designed, printed and illustrated in Australia. mathsmate.net/textbooks.